Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. Now it's Real Time, sponsored by the Mill Casino.
Yeah, it's Real Time with Aleks Maslov from Edge Rods, a very busy man. And to corral him here,
good to see you.
To corral him here on a Saturday morning, number one, thank you.
Sunday.
Excuse me, Sunday morning, I forgot. Yeah, last night guys kind of screwed me all up. It's great to see you, man.
You too.
How have things been? You've been running around?
We have. We recently announced that we acquired Striker Rods.
Very exciting.
So if you guys are in Eugene, come over and tour a factory and see how rods are made stateside. We're excited to show you how rods and blanks are made.
Now, we've received several questions after that became public that everybody knew that you had acquired Striker, great company. They've been around for a while. Are you going to remain? Is it going to stay Striker, or
yes.
is it going to?
No, we'll keep it as Striker, and we'll open a to the consumer facility down south to make sure that folks can stop in and see how rods and blanks are made and get their tackle. But one of the things that we are in discussions with a number of retail partners is bringing Striker into retail as well. So,
very cool.
It's 10 years of hard work, and then suddenly things align. So
yeah.
But they're a great local company. They have been around for about 4 years now. They were the reincarnation of Rogue.
Right.
But Eugene-based, everything made stateside, and we're thrilled and honored that they're a part of the team.
That's really cool, man. Congrats on that.
Thank
Gary,
you.
good job, sir, as always. Well, you guys are your feet never stay in one spot. There's no moss growing on anything Edge, okay?
Yep.
You guys are constantly innovating, you're changing things, you're coming up with new rods, new ways and thoughts of how those rods should be. You actually brought one in, and this is something that if you're a plug fisherman, number one, you're going to want to take a look at this rod. Number two, if you're not, you really should think about adding plug fishing into your arsenal. It is certainly a technique that is not necessarily as popular as it was years ago, but it is resurging for a number of different reasons because its effectiveness is unarguable. And in order to be very, very productive, you have to have a rod that will let the plug do, whatever plug it is, do what it's intended to do. Now this one, first off, what's the model number on
this is the MagPro HSR 7113.
Okay.
It's a 3-power. HSR stands for Hot Shot Rod.
Okay.
Gary had a hand in naming the series just like he does with the design.
Sure.
And I don't know if many people remember what Hot Shots are, but I've been told that they're plugs.
Yes, so. They are plugs. And yes, they are very... They are very, very good plugs, too, by the way. But there's a lot of options that are out there. There's no question that the Maglip dominates the market for a reason. As soon as I saw this rod, the first thing that came out, or at least popped in my head, when I put it in my hand, is that I couldn't feel anything. They are so light. And
featherweight.
A lot of people are going to think, well, why do you need such a light rod when you're talking about a rod that's typically going to be in a rod holder? It's because of what you're trying to let that rod job be, right? Yep. Which is to let the plug do its job.
Yep. Well, and we're also huge fans of multi-purpose. A lot of guys chuck plugs for coho when it's coho season.
Okay, very good
So
point,
then you've got them in your hand, and if you've got something that feels like it weighs a ton, you're only going to be able to get out so much time and so much use.
Sure.
It's got and I'll try to kind of face that to the camera.
Alan hates it when we do this. There you go.
Sorry, Alan. The trigger is offset, and that's patented. You'll be able to see it kind of sits lower into the handle there. And that makes it easy for you to grab with your finger and not have it way up so that you've got uncomfortable pain after 12 hours of fishing or holding a rod.
I've never seen that before.
Gary's got carpal tunnel, and he said, listen, I design rods for the way that I want to fish them.
Sure,
It's like, I don't care about you guys, me. It's all about me. It makes it easier for me. So it's very, very easy on the hand. And then the one thing that we've done with this series is we've slowed down. Well, yeah. So one, don't do this to another company's rod. I implore you. You're going to walk away with a very angry company and a warranty case. But the tip is going to have a slow recovery. I don't know if you can see that oscillate back and forth. And the reason why that's the case is we don't want to interrupt what that plug was designed to do by the fine folks over at Yakima Bait or Brad's or wherever.
Sure.
It's been designed to do one thing and work well. And if the rod is not matched for that specific action, it's just going to ruin what the plug was intended to do.
Which is no
right.
doubt.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of times when folks are going to, and I've done it in the past as well, because I'll have a rod that's the right length, but it may be just a little too stiff, and you might not think it, but that plug is not being able to do its wiggle the right way or hunt like they were designed to do. Mr. Ramsey's got his fingers all over those for a reason, so that they can just hunt all over. If the rod is too stiff, it won't allow the plug to do it. It won't fish as effectively. I mean, it's very well known. I mean, 100 years ago, we were using glass rods that you could take and fold over into a circle.
Yep.
But I hated, a lot of people did, I hated fighting fish with them because they would bend all the way down to the reel.
Right.
But the plug would work.
And folks still to this day, search eBay for older glass rods because they just work that plug properly. So this will give you the benefits of new space age technology, but at the same time, keep it ultra lightweight, keep it crisp, but we've slowed down the tip. It's made out of a material called Zentron. The company is based out of South Carolina, and they make bulletproofing for tanks. Oh. So this material is exclusive to North Fork, which is kind of our blank manufacturing entity. But it's very, very durable, very forgiving. And what's great about it is got that slow recovery, which is perfect for plug fishing.
He mentioned armor for tanks. You ever heard of Chobham armor? I'm going over a lot of people's heads, but that's what it's called. That kind of material is in this rod?
Yes.
That's unbelievable. Yep. All right, well, that's probably one of the reasons why it's so darn light. And before we cut to a break, I want to see this real fast. I want to just kind of make sure that you understand what he was talking about by the reel seat. The reel will actually be lower into the rod so that you don't have your thumb up so high, depending on what style of reel that you have. Doesn't matter what the manufacturer is. Much more comfortable and usable, user-friendly.
Yep.
Keeping that reel all the way down there. Actually, something you may have seen in some of the old school bass rods that are out there. You guys make bass rods?
We just a little.
Like the #1 in the country. But anyway, we won't go there. We're in Oregon. Very, very slick, man. These are very, very cool. Go check it out. Ryan showed you what the model number is and where it is on the website. And as a matter of fact, when we come back from this break, we're going to go over
Father's Day too.
Say that again?
Wait for Father's Day. There's going to be a sale tomorrow. I just want to save some fine folks that watch the show some money. So if you're going to buy this rod, wait until tomorrow.
There's a Father's Day sale that starts tomorrow. When we come back from this break, we're going to show you a couple reasons why you're going to want to go do a factory tour, find out how they build these things, and most likely end up with one going home. Are they at the store? If somebody went there and they do a factory tour, are they there? Can they put their hands on it?
Yes.
All depends on what's made. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive new Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.